Hey everyone. So I wanted to talk about a cool topic. I was actually discussing with my fiance yesterday, and we were talking about being present and enjoying the now because you'll actually never have this time again. Now, I've heard of this before, that's why I use it. But if you haven't, just think about this second right now. You'll never have that again. So no matter what you're doing, you won't be able to do that thing again. So hopefully you're doing something fun. But it relates to me when I go on vacation and then I look back and I think about like I wasn't even being present or like how much I didn't appreciate that time. Now it's sad because I'm sure a lot of times I was appreciating the time. Like I think about when I was sitting in Montana and I was just sitting in a chair next to the river with everyone at like a river party. And that my mind goes back to that so many times, but at that moment, I didn't realize like how important that would be to me. And that's really cool to me to think. So I try to do that a lot. Actually, when I'm on vacation or a cool time or out to dinner with friends or on a hike, I all of a sudden just like do a snap in my head and I'm like, I'm going to remember this and it's going to be a really cool memory. So I think, being present helps with that. And, a big topic is being on the phone, right? So if you're on vacation, or I think about different times when I was vacation, I don't remember the times I was on my phone. I remember the times I was present and talking to people and maybe walking around somewhere and just having my full mind into it. And I think that helps in life. And then another thing that like I struggle with, and I think driven people do, is being motivated while appreciating where you're at. So I've learned, I think, Ed Milet talks about it where, it's something he struggles with. And he talks about, you can always go towards your goals and have motivation, but you don't need to be pissed off doing it and being needy. You could enjoy the process. Like, think of yourself already enjoying those things. Otherwise, when you get there, you're not going to enjoy them. And I think that's being present and enjoying where you are in the process versus saying like, hey, when I hit this goal, I'm going to be super happy. No, you should enjoy the process. You ever talk to like super successful people or people at the end of their lives? They talk about the journey. They don't even talk about the goal when they hit it. And that's why you're reading a story or watching a movie on someone, because you like the process. You don't give a shit about the goal, right? And then also, you're not good company if you're not present. So a lot of times, like if I come home from work or I haven't spent time with my fiance or like my dogs or family, like I try to leave the phone away, right? So then I'm present. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not picking it up because then all of a sudden you start scrolling or doing little things or people are interrupting you. There's no way you can do two things at once. That's a different topic that I'll talk about, but you need to be present, right? And then don't you feel better when you're present, right? So that fills a cup. So I was talking about my fiance, when she's present and she's talking to different people or hanging out with people, so like she enjoys that. And then all of a sudden, like we both look back and we're like, oh shit, we weren't on our phone for an hour or two, and it's really cool. And then guess what? You're gonna have that memory of a time of how fun it was. And then this gets brought up, like, say if you're doing something cool, or you're on vacation, and then people ask about like, hey, where were all your pictures? Or I didn't know you went there. Yeah, because we were being present and we were just enjoying it and just living life. I think was it Denzel Washington or something talks about like, hey, keep your life a mystery, because just because it's not posted online doesn't mean you're not doing it. So think about that. I post a lot on social media. I'm not as crazy as other people, but I do, but I also try to be present. So I might post something after or talk about the time I had, but make sure you're embracing and being present with things you're doing. And that's a big thing. Probably I can relate it to like life and business, is when you're talking to someone and meeting someone, put your phone away. That bugs the hell out of me when people are on their phone and like we're meeting, or if I do that, I feel really weird. If I'm texting or talking on the phone when I'm with someone, I'll like try to excuse myself or leave the room, because that's precious time, right, together. So when you're out to dinner or you're spending time with a loved one, just try to be present. Get off your phone, give them 10 minutes. If that's all you have, do it. And then another thing that I struggle with is I might come up with an awesome idea or be thinking about something else, I'll freaking write it down. You'll like see a sticky note or something in my phone. I'll write it down so I can be present and go back to the situation that I'm doing. And this happens a lot, like when I'm hiking or something like that. I get all these awesome ideas, or when I'm showering, I hurry up and write it down and just think. And that's, that's a way to be present. Your mind doesn't need to keep spinning. So I hope this helps you, and I hope it keeps it real for you. Thanks.